Welcome back, everybody, to the Boulder Boys Show, episode number 38, coming at you from Moy's backyard.
Yes, we're outside
This isn't the first
Beautiful.
outside episode, but this is the first outside episode
with this
with
setup.
the YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
dude,
Yeah.
Pretty sweet backyard.
So, what are we chewing on?
Oh,
dude, we're
What is
chewing-
this? What's going on?
some
It's good.
Bulgarian
Whatever-
bread.
Whatever it is, it's really good with some cheese, feta cheese.
Yes.
Tomatoes.
Or butter.
Dude, Moy, how'd
my
we get this?
Mm. 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 So, friend of the pod, fan of the pod, Ivan, kind enough to give us a handmade sourdough bread. I think it's sourdough. A handmade bread that he has been making for 10 years or something. His own recipe, Bulgarian. He's from Bulgaria.
How did this happen? Because you just sent us a picture a week ago, and you were like, "Hey, bread incoming for the pod."
So Ivan, it's a fan of the pod. He's a very wrong customer. I needed to give. Oh no! I needed to give him.
Moy just dropped-
It's still good.
Moy just dropped his slice of bread.
I'm so sorry. I
It's
needed
just
to.
gonna have a grassy note now.
It's good. I needed to give him a hat from Bird that he bought. And he was like, I also have a gift for you guys. So
Wow.
he chose up with handmade, Bulgarian bread that is very good. We just toasted a few pieces and we're enjoying it right now.
Great trade.
Bulgarian feta cheese.
Very good feta.
And I was like, oh yeah, I went to Greece once and I tried Greek feta. He's this is Bulgarian one. It's much
Whoa.
better. And indeed, it is very good. And some tomatoes. Because that's how you eat it, the real straight up Bulgarian style. It's so we have Ivan's handmade bread, Bulgarian feta cheese, tomatoes, and a little bit of olive oil. What is your guys' impressions so far? While I eat mine.
Well, I've been to Bulgaria, and I hated the food there. This just totally
Oh
changed
my
my
God.
mind, dude. This is
Sorry,
this is
Ivan.
insane. I mean, I'm sure I didn't go to I was just there for the World Champs, and we're staying in a hotel. I'm sure I didn't go to the right places or any local places for that matter. But this is incredible.
Really
Really
good.
good.
Bread.
Yeah, really good bread.
Great
feta.
texture.
Yeah.
Great chew.
Mm-hmm,
Good crust.
Toasted it a little bit.
Yep.
Quite good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
A
Yvonne.
cultural experience here on the Boulder Boys pod.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna be here and somebody's gonna be making a barbecue behind us.
Yeah.
We just
Pitmasters.
we just become a food channel.
Yeah. Vegan pitmasters.
Vegan pitman, absolutely tofu.
Yes.
It's
No.
beyond me. It'd be sick.
Tofu wars.
Tofu. Oh man, dude, we have a loaded episode. We're coming at you on a Sunday after a crazy Saturday of trail racing.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off with the boys who are.
I mean, really, the headline announcement from all the racing that happened
Yeah.
on Saturday is the Behind the Rocks 50K.
It was
So wait,
the most
Rumble,
talked about.
Rumble.
So we had Keianti, we had Big Alta, and then we had Behind the Rocks. Dude, come on, Keianti and
Come
Big
on.
Alta. They
I
should
think
step
also
up a
Crown
little
King
bit.
too technically went down.
Yeah, I think
Courtney.
Courtney
Yep.
smashed it.
CR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, back to Behind the Rocks. The
The
headline.
important one.
Yeah, the important one. Yeah, Matt and I went out to Moab Friday. If you're living in Colorado, it's you can totally do it in 2 days. It's drove out Friday in time, got there in time to go to packet pickup, grab a wood-fired pizza, turn on some basketball, get in the zone, and then race Saturday, drove back Saturday, back in time for bath and bedtime. So great little 2-day excursion.
Were you guys watching college basketball?
We were.
Yeah.
All right.
March Madness, dude.
Do you
Yeah.
guys have a bracket?
No. But
I do.
what game were we watching? Kentucky and
The team that got their
Troy.
ass whooped by Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
Yeah.
Michigan's gonna win the thing.
Did they beat BYU last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but back to Behind the Rocks. So
Yeah, sorry.
Just kidding. Kind of a funny story though. We were heading down, and I had this in my mind before Matt picked me up, I was like, dude, I'm going to try to convince Matt to run the 50K. You know, not 5 minutes into our conversation, I had the job done. You know, Matt was signed up for the 50 miler, and
Were we even out of Boulder at that point?
no, we hadn't even made it to Golden yet. You know, so it was fun because Anthony Costalis was in the 50K. I was in it, and like, you know, nothing like some good competition.
Yeah. There's some good dudes.
Yeah. What did you think, Matt?
Dude, it was fun. I'm glad you convinced me to do the 50K because, dude, that drive home was treacherous, and I can't imagine if I finished like running like 3 or 4 hours later, how terrible it would have been driving at night on that.
Going over I-70.
Yeah. So that I'm thankful for, but I also like had a really good time doing it, dude. Like, kind of like Big Alta last year. I just like went into it not really knowing where fitness was. I knew it was kind of coming around. I had one good week last week. I ran like kind of a stupid week. I hadn't done much mileage at all, and then just like popped off a 110-mile week, and then and this week, of course, like my arch was blown up, and I was like, crap, I'm injured, and then I was like, it's feeling good, so okay, I'll go out to Moab and race, and yeah, and then he convinced me to the 50K, and it was, dude, it felt good. I think I surprised myself with how how easy it came. Like how easy fast running came, which was really encouraging.
Dude, don't downplay it.
Would you?
Yeah. Spoiler: Matt ran 3:29, like a 12-minute course record on top of an already fast course record, where many, many really good dudes have gone over the last like 10 or 15 years. Guys like freaking John Ray, Brian Whitfield, Caleb Olson, Cole Campbell, just off the top.
Yeah,
Wow.
Cole Campbell had the course record before, so like kudos to
341,
Cole for setting a pretty
42,
good standard.
yeah.
Because dude, that course was like we were talking on the drive. I was like, or I was at least thinking like, man, like these are weak times. Like, why has nobody run fast out here? And we got out there, and it was like that was some serious running.
Yeah,
the course is not easy.
It's funny because it's like a lot of it is Jeep road,
Yeah.
but it's like kind of deep sand, you know, 3-4 inches of like sand. So it's not fast. And then a bunch of it's on slick rock, and it's like, you know, stuff that people are off-roading on. So it's like big channels and big step downs and broken rock. And then like there's like a cliffy section right at the turnaround where
you're rock climbing. I don't know, like classes or whatever, but I was literally trying to find like handholds to get up and like back on the trail. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I was not happy at that point. I was like, what are we doing here? But
yeah. But I mean, Matt put on a clinic. you
Yeah.
know?
How did the race played out? Like how
Yeah, I
was
want to
it?
hear this.
I want to hear the play-by-play. Like
yeah, I like it's a pretty sweet start. Kind of just like you're on this like nice dirt road, and the sand is a little bit more packed at the beginning, which is nice because it gets a lot of traffic, like car traffic, and then you get on kind of more of the Jeep road and stuff. And so the first mile is pretty much it's like net downhill, I think.
Yeah.
And then after like around mile
Right
2,
when you split it, it kind of.
yeah, it starts to kind of just gradually go up, but it's enough where you're like you can tell you go from running like I think we went from running 6-minute pace to 6:30 pace, but the effort felt like we were running like 5:45 pace. And I was kind of looking around, and I think there was like 4 or 5 of us, and I was like, okay, it's like it's time to just like.
What did
see
you
who-
say? What did you say? Say it, dude.
Well, I said it in my head, so I'm not gonna say it publicly.
It
Which
was
is,
so funny.
You know, it's fun when you're racing and you're feeling good, especially early in a race and confident. Yeah, it was just like you kind of tell yourself like, okay, it's time to get rid of the junk and see who wants to race, right? Like see who wants to play. And I'm not saying people are junk.
no,
No, it's
like
like the
that-
junk in
that's
this
like-
group. You know, like,
No.
No
that's
one
just
should be
that's racing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
No-
just like okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it
No
came
disrespect,
to me
yeah.
early
Yeah.
in the race because it was like this uphill, but it was a runnable uphill, which I love, right? Like
Yeah.
that's my favorite type of running. So I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna like push to like right under or like aerobic threshold for me because it's early, but I know some of these guys are gonna probably be at threshold, and if they go in like 2 minutes, I won't see them the rest of the day. And like, I kind of just didn't turn around after that and just kept sending it. Because you have this nice downhill, after you know get a couple miles of climbing out of the way. And yeah, I just was rocking and rolling. It was a good day. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, first off, no one can be judged by what they say
No.
mid race.
No.
Yeah.
Least of all, you or Matt. You know,
And I don't mean ill on anybody.
No.
It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well,
it's
dude,
just
I
like
mean, I was
how-
out the back. I was like, I know what Matt's doing. Goodbye. Like,
It's like
Yeah.
So you ran a solo 29 miles.
What was it, 32-mile race?
30
It
miles.
was a little
30
longer.
miles.
So yeah,
Nice.
about 30 miles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was cool because on this course, you get to a certain point and you start catching the 50 milers.
Mm.
And so there's a lot of traffic. So you're seeing a lot of people. There's a lot of really good encouragement. That's fun. And then on the second half of the course, you connect with the 30K runners who started an hour later than you. And so then you get that as you're like finishing the last 10K. And so it was kind of a really cool mix, except there's like probably 5 or 6 miles in the middle where you don't see anybody.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah,
this
because the
needs to be
course,
done.
you like get onto a section that's
Hmm.
like kind of only for 50K
yeah.
and 30K
Mm.
runners, but based on the timing, it's like it's just us,
Mhm.
you know,
Nice.
coming through it.
but there's something nice about like being like you start racing, then you are alone for a little bit, and then you find people.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was great. Yeah.
That's
It was
awesome,
nice.
yeah.
Um,
And you felt good.
yeah, I felt really good. I like really
Matt
controlled.
is like, I actually felt super bad, but I just wanted to get it done. All right.
Yeah.
dude.
No, controlled in a weird sense where I like got my heart rate to 160 and just kind of like kept it there. Like I could have gone harder. I could have backed off a little bit and had like a bigger finish or whatever, but I just like pinged it like right at this pace that I felt like I could just probably have ran for like 40 miles maybe if I needed, like, if I was like racing people, I could have probably continued. Maybe even longer. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe 1,000 miles, you know.
Who knows? Just
But
endless.
yeah. No, it was good.
So you were at 160 the whole time.
I mean, like I think that was the average.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the highest it got was like 166 on a climb, something like that. So
Wow.
it didn't go too crazy. But
That's good.
um,
Talking again about heart rate,
Yeah.
160 is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Crazy.
yeah, dude, you had a historical race too, though. Your time was like one of the
I
best
know it
ever.
seems like a shitty time, but it's like it actually is super fast.
It
like,
was fast.
compared to everybody else. you know?
And dude, like just a few weeks after, or like a month after Black Canyon, where it
Yeah.
was like, come on, we were all out there and saw the kind of fitness you were in there. It was
Yeah.
like night
Yeah.
and day.
Yeah. It definitely was like a confidence builder, and I got exactly what I wanted out of it, which was like after Black Canyon, I wasn't signed up for this, and I was like, like I made some mistakes in Black Canyon. It's like I gotta get that worked out before canyons. Like don't skip the last aid station, get water. Did that behind the rocks. Fueled well, though. This is like a little funny thing for anyone who's like maybe doing a race sometime soon. So far, like every race I have done where I'm getting the hydration mix from the race, whether it's scratch or whatever, it's like, dude, it's always super diluted.
Indeed.
It's just like, come on, dude, it's 2025. Like, just dump the whole bag in, like, what are we doing here?
It's
Like,
I think
cheaper
they
that
dumped
way.
the whole bag, but they also dumped a lot of water on the bag. So
it's just, anyway, like there's no crew. So it's like, we're refilling a scratch, but it's basically water. And I had, I think I had 380 grams of carbs on me. Could use a little more, which is like crazy, but
for like 3 hours 50,
yeah,
that's almost 100 an hour.
I know. So it worked out. And
So if they had 20 grams in all of the drinks that they give you,
it would have been great.
Yeah.
But also no gels at the aid station, which is a little bit of a bummer. No gels. Just like nerds and orange slices.
They had nerd.
They had nerds. I thought about getting the nerds, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to eat these like while I'm running. But no, it was good. It was good. It was fun. It was funny. I was telling Matt like after the race, I definitely gave it like as much effort as I could, but I felt like I couldn't run any faster. Like that was like pretty much as fast as I could run that day, but
welcome to my world.
I couldn't. I could have kept going. Like I am not sore, which is uncommon. My heart rate was lower than it normally is for 50K. Like I averaged 164. Normally I can hold over 170 for that amount of time. And yeah, no soreness, like felt totally fine right after the race, closed strong. And so for me, it was like, and the time I ran was like objectively like good, fast. And so it was great. It was like perfect kind of confidence builder. And it was so fun to like, run with Matt. I'm using air quotes for anyone who's not watching for a couple miles, and like,
Yeah, I mean,
just getting to be like out there racing. It was fun.
When Matt like take off, did anybody say anything?
No. I mean, first of all, most people were like, but no, I mean, people just, I think like, Anthony like kind of went with you, but then like it got strung out like pretty much immediately. So
Yeah, Anthony tried to go with you.
Yeah, but you know, I had to put on a show against the Salt Lake boys. It's like, come on, man.
yeah, Matt
Yeah.
came through, and you know we did win the day. But Anthony ran a great race. He ran a fast. It would have been the second fastest time all
Yeah.
time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And after basically a year and a half of not racing,
And he's in the middle
It's
of training
insane,
too,
dude.
like
Like-
for canyons. So
so good.
also like number one dude. Like we met up with his wife and daughter. It was like super fun hanging out with him after the race.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was a good time.
dude.
I heard
Dude.
he's a fan of the podcast.
He is a fan of the podcast, and we're a fan of Anthony.
Yeah,
you know,
we're a fan
all
of
beef
Anthony,
aside. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Uh,
So
still-
you guys make a Salt Lake City sandwich, basically.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
you got third place,
Third, that's right.
Yeah. rounding out the podium. which is
Rounding it
huge.
out. It was
Dude,
fun.
Congrats, guys. I think this is like major. I mean, race
Yeah.
number 3 of the year
3 wins.
and victory number 3 of the year, including extra podium.
That's right.
You know, like a little, like the
Keep
like
it coming.
like a
Keep
dessert.
it coming. You know, keep it
You
coming.
know, that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Huge. Congrats,
All,
guys.
all we do
Thanks,
is
man.
win.
it was fun.
Dude, I was wondering what was like the biggest thing you noticed from Black Canyon versus this 50K? Like, was there anything where you're like, oh no, that was like way better
For
this
me,
time around?
like for my effort.
yeah.
I mean, my fitness is just like what it used to be. Like I have the gears I used to have.
Yeah.
I have the I had that feeling. No, this is one positive thing. Like mentally, sometimes in races I'll be like, oh my God, it's only mile 25. Like it's gonna like where's the finish line? And instead it was like, oh my gosh, it's already mile 29. Like it's already like, you know, it's like I felt really mentally like good the whole time. And physically I felt really strong. I didn't have any cramping, no like kind of locking up in my kind of hip flexor adductor area. And so that was great. Black Canyon, I was kind of like throwing a Hail Mary on like minimal fitness, you know, and it was like shit was falling apart at like mile 25. But this was like really good, like in that sense.
Sweet. And both you guys ran a nice 15 miles today. So it couldn't
Yeah.
be too bad.
Yeah.
A couple
Almost
thousand feet of
15.
vert.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Yeah. And just quick shout out, that raid belt, dude, next level, the LF2. I
Yeah.
used it for the first time in a race.
So
I don't
good.
know how I love naked. I ran so many miles with the naked belt.
Oh.
That thing does bounce. It does bounce, you know? The naked band, the
Yeah,
running
yeah,
band. Yeah, we all
the
know.
running belt.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I saw a video in like of I forgot somebody at Big Alta, and they had a naked belt on, and that thing's just like doing
Yeah,
doing
totally.
this on the back. So
The raid belt literally, I mean, I had a 600 in the back, you know, like 600 milliliter flask full, 6 gels in the front, 40 grams.
Mhm.
And the thing is just like, it doesn't feel like it's constricting you at all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't move at all. Like there's no bounce in the back. It's just really awesome. I even stuck my handheld bottle in one of the pockets when it was empty.
Yeah.
Sat
Dude.
there, put the gloves in there. It was great.
Shout
That's
out,
huge.
Rain. Thank you so
Dude,
much
shout
for
out.
sponsoring.
Honestly, this is they're not even a
It's
sponsor
free
of the pod,
pub, but
and like
shout
it's actually like a conflict of my contract, but
oh yeah,
it's a freaking great product.
it is.
And,
It is.
yeah.
And like, I mean, shout out for like making something that's extremely useful. Like, I don't know. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's great.
Huge.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats, guys.
Thank you.
So I guess like if we're talking about Salt Lake City, their best results so far is like I win in Transfer Canaria and then second place here,
Yeah.
and we continue to win. Man,
We just win all the time. Like if we would have been in Canary, we probably would have won, but
I'm
whatever.
sure, dude. I'm sure.
There have
Sure.
been like
just
several
kidding.
people, both in Moab and in Boulder, that are like fanning the flames of this rivalry. Like they'll be like yelling out on the trail or something. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love like Anthony's also great, and like we love all of those guys.
We love our
It's
Salt
just
Lake
fun
City peeps.
to
Whoop
joke
their
around.
ass, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, to be fair, we didn't start this rivalry.
It was
Yeah.
So
Mike, dude.
It feels like vindicating to like have come out on top so far on something that we didn't even push the buttons on.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for as long as we are coming up at the top, we're gonna push the heck out of the bottom.
Yeah, that's right. And then no more.
Yeah. And they will be quiet.
Yeah.
When things turn. Because that's the only truth in sports, you know, like things
That's right.
turn around.
That's right.
That was the recap of the main race of the weekend.
Oh, one thing that was fun. I don't know if we want to go to Keianti next, but I woke up early
Yeah.
because I was on day 3 of my Santa Madre course.
Oh, you woke up super early
Woke
to
up
take
at
that.
4, dude, to get it
To
2
get
to
it
3
in.
hours before
Yeah.
your effort.
That's
Look it up.
something I
Look it up
wasn't-
on the feed if you want to know about it. But I did do it because I was like, oh, let's see if it works. And at 4, Matt opened up his computer and we put on Keianti to watch. Jim was what, like 30K out maybe from the
Yeah,
finish.
at that point, I think.
Already had like a
no, he was a little
25-minute
further out.
lead.
When we pulled it up,
Yeah,
he had like
but he
a
already had the gap.
20-minute gap.
He already
and
had
then
the
it just
gap.
grew from there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Should we talk about Keianti?
I think we got to talk about Keianti.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
some people call it
It's-
Chianti.
Chianti.
But it's Chianti.
Who
actually.
calls
In
it
Italian,
Chianti?
in Italian, it's Chianti.
Who calls
Yeah,
it
anybody who
Chianti?
drinks wine knows it's Keianti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like good wine region.
Yes, dude. That
Yeah.
race, watching the live stream, what a cool opportunity to get to run through vineyards like that. Like if you just went there to like run,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can't do that.
Yeah, probably not.
You know what I mean? Like those, I'm sure it's closed.
I don't know, dude, because in Europe, like a lot of things are just open.
But I think about it as an American. It's like I'm not gonna like open a gate and like be running. You know what I mean? Like
You wouldn't think about
You
like I
wouldn't-
wouldn't
no.
think about
Yeah.
it. It's a good point. Even if it's
I would feel like I'm doing
allowed.
something wrong for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
totally.
Like this is sacred county.
It was
land.
super cool to see how it like wound up and down and like just do climbing through.
I know what I
Yeah.
know is like the next year, like wine is gonna have a little bit of extra minerals
Ha!
from all the,
Oh my
from all the runners.
Dude,
I was. Yeah. Well, anyway, I was thinking about that, but
that's
it was-
funny.
a really cool race to follow.
Dude, Kenti. Okay, so like two things I want to say is like Kenti was 120K and 5,000
Meters.
200 or 300 meters of elevation gain. That is almost. That is like 2,500 feet less of elevation than Lavaredo,
So it's a
Okay.
ton.
but same distance.
Yeah, dude. And did you see the way it came? It was like little shark's teeth.
It's all those vineyards, dude. You're just
Yeah.
climbing up and down.
Yeah.
dude.
So that's the thing. Different profile. Like there's no big climbs,
Mhm.
as
That's-
Kilian say. It's not the mountains. But dude, like
Sure, he
the-
wished it was.
yeah. Well, this is kind of where like my point is how like American runners can run at this type of races where like it's just like super choppy and your heart rate stay always up and it's a hard effort the whole time. It's like incredible. Like it's a master. It's like you guys are masters are doing that, and I hope that I become one day are doing that kind of running that like Kilian couldn't keep up. He just couldn't keep up, dude. Like it's like almost 30 minutes on him in a 120K race, and the time that Jim ran is just insane
It's crazy.
Dude, the
for
way
the numbers.
both Killian and Vincent just got flicked. You know what I mean? At 50K.
But
It's just- I mean, seriously,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
like,
But Van Sant, like, I mean, he is very good, but like, it's Van Sant, right? This Kilian is Kilian.
It was it was crazy. Like, I don't know. I woke up and I was like, it couldn't be anybody, you know? Because
Yeah.
when I
Good.
went to sleep, they were all three together.
it's like
Yeah.
Christmas morning. Who's it going to be?
And then
Middle of the night, I literally wake up at like 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom. I was like,
did you check?
oh, I should check. No, I didn't. But I was like, I didn't want to get too alert. I was like, I should check who's winning. Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of one of those races where you're like, what's happening right now? You know?
Yes.
Dude, so good. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think one of the big takeaways for me from that race is like, Jim is the best trail runner on the planet.
He's so good.
That's crazy. And like to do it to win by 30 minutes against Kilian, who's like
Pretty good dudes, you know?
pretty good guys, you know? He's all right. Like he's not too bad. Like to win by 30 minutes. Like I remember, I don't know, like a 30-minute gap is just massive. Like
It's
it's not
insane.
even close. Like you could have fit like, I don't know, 50 runners
I
in
mean, that-
between them.
That's like with that vert profile, that's probably somewhere between 3 and 4 miles.
It's huge.
Yeah. It's a lot.
And dude, it happened quick.
Yeah. Jim
Like-
could have taken a lunch break.
Man.
Easily.
I mean, yeah, dude. Jim's good. Not taking anything away from that. How much do we factor in that this is like not a Kilian course? Kilian, literally, they just had a kid
yeah.
and he's injured.
So I do have something to say about like I like
So is it-
Kilian and those
Yeah,
are all
no,
valid things.
Yeah,
But like the thing, it not being a Kilian course is like, okay, but Jim also still has like the fastest time at UTMB, which is a
Totally.
Kilian course.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
John-
and
John is
Killian,
the
Killian
truth.
signed up for this a long time ago.
Mhm.
It's like he's been training.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he-
He's super versatile.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has been training. So that's the thing. He has been training. It's not like he's just coming
just
down
stirring
from
the
the
pot here,
Himalayas.
you know?
Yeah.
But you're
Big
right.
Jim
You're
fan,
right. They
so-
just had a
Yeah, me
kid.
too.
They just had a kid, and I guess he had some IT band. The funny thing is that like he like Killian dude like he arrives to the 80 stations and he just like he's like chit chatting, taking his bottles. Like even in a course like this, he's just like chill. I wonder how he's gonna do it at Western States.
That ain't gonna cut it at Western States. You'll get passed by 6 people
Yeah.
in one aid.
Maybe, dude. That's the thing.
Dude, it is interesting. Looking forward to States. It's like, I like Jim's gonna win, and then it's like, how good is Killian gonna be? You know, like if it's like this, it's like, I'm not saying that if the guys who are in States right now would have beat Killian at Keianti,
Yeah,
but like, there's a good shot that Jim doesn't beat Caleb Olson, Hayden by 30 minutes at Keianti.
I agree with that statement.
Like,
I do.
Yeah.
so then it's
I
like,
agree with that statement. Yeah.
so you're looking at Killian, who's like arguably the best ultra runner of all time
To ever do it.
to ever do it, and it's like, am I putting him like at 5th or 6th on the day at States? It's
Oh.
crazy.
But
What do you think, Moy?
And honestly,
Boy
well-
jumps out of his cherry.
was like, get out of my
Yeah,
backyard now.
exactly.
No. Okay, so this is something important and interesting. I had the feeling that when he sets an objective for himself, he always do the minimum needed to achieve that objective in terms of like,
Killian.
Like,
Yeah.
get a ticket. Minimum
like
needs.
yeah,
to get
he
the
was
ticket.
like,
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
He can
I
get a
want to get a
ticket.
ticket. I'm gonna go and get a ticket, and yeah,
He's not racing
But
Jim.
I know him.
maybe he. I mean, maybe he was trying, but maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was like, I need to dig so deep to raise that guy, but I actually want to continue building for Western
Yeah,
States.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like, it wouldn't make that sense. But I want the
Mm.
ticket. So and because that's how like we are all seeing how his times have been falling, because he used to win UTMB at like in 22 hours, then in 20 hours, then in like now in 19, right? But I think he was always capable of running 19. Just like he didn't need it to run 19. So this is my theory, and seeing his trajectory over the years, like I think he have always done at like the minimum needed to achieve amazing goals. Now, with what you're saying, dude, like if in this race, like they were like, if like yesterday was the lineup of Western States, yeah, maybe he would have been 5th, actually.
But maybe he would have been first.
No, because okay,
No,
So-
I think he couldn't beat Jim.
Yeah,
like
so
no, he,
I-
he there was no way he could have beat Jim
Yeah.
yesterday.
I
Yeah.
kind of agree with Moy a bit here because like
I do hear you on that.
once Killian realized he wasn't gonna win, he was like, okay, let me just hang back with Vincent and
Let me
like
lock this
outkick him
ticket
at the
in.
end.
Yeah.
you
At
know?
least he didn't DNF.
Like
Straight up.
straight up, that is true. That is true. But yeah, like I kind of agree with Moy, who's getting more toast right here.
Let me get that. I was thinking about a half. Just like no, plain. I just want to taste the delicious bread from our friend.
I wish the
Yvonne.
listeners
Thank you.
could like have a taste of this.
Yeah.
It's so good. Thanks, dude.
If you maybe we'll post a explanation of what it tastes like.
Tasting notes in
Taste-
the
tasting
show
notes.
notes.
Tastes like really good bread and butter. But no, I think you're right. I think Killian probably like backed off,
That's a
hung
great
with
point,
Vincent,
dude.
and then like if Killian was maxing out, maybe he would have only lost by like 5 minutes or 8 minutes, but was like
He's very
he knew
smart,
he
dude.
could get second. He knew he could get second, so he just did the minimum to get second.
And in a very real way, it's like, dude, they did just give birth. Like, you know what I mean? Like
That's true.
earlier that week or whatever. It's like, dude, he's probably like, listen, I don't really have. If I go to those reserves, like to your point, it's like I'm in a hole, you know?
Especially when you're battling a little injury, like what is it, IT band or something that he's dealing with?
Yeah.
TFL, IT,
TFL, yeah. So
yeah,
smart, playing the long game, you know.
I think he's extremely smart, and I think that he knew he needed to get 3rd.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, I'm gonna secure with a 2nd place." When he saw that Jim was like in that kind of fitness,
yeah.
because to be honest, like he was like Jim was an untouchable, just untouchable. So that is my theory. Now, dude, can he like keep up with Jim at Western State?
Can anybody?
It is longer.
Jeez.
It is longer, but who knows?
But the stakes are a lot higher, to your point, at States.
Yeah. That's his goal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
exactly.
the goal. That's the A goal.
Shout out Kilian for giving the fans what they wanted at Keianti. He showed up. You know, I mean, everyone was like, "Is he going to show up?" He showed up, raced, got the job done.
Which is also this is part of his strategy.
Yeah, dude.
Like it has been like a couple of UTMB where he's like, "Oh, maybe I'm not gonna race the day before." There was one actually where Jim was there. I think the year the Kilian won and Mathieu Blanchard was second. Like the race is on a Friday night. Like Wednesday afternoon, Kilian is like, "Yeah, maybe I'm not racing because I have COVID." And everybody's strategy went out the window because Kilian wasn't racing, and then he shows up. So like he kind of also do that, like a mind game. Oh, maybe I'm not. Like Matt for 50Ks, he said, "I don't feel good. Maybe I'm not gonna race Big Alta."
Yep.
I think it's part
Matt
of
would
his strategy.
trounce Kilian at a 50K.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know about that.
I think
dude.
it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's nice to see it because I feel like Kilian and Vincent were like the two missing pieces to like what everybody was deeming as like the dream Western States. Because it was like Jim, you had like all this returning podium, returning top 10.
Seth,
Well,
I'm not in the conversation, but I feel like it was like Jim, Kilian, and then Vincent. It was like this whole UTMB winners
well,
list
and now
thing.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We have to get the ticket. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I agree.
Okay, one more thing about Keianti, and then we'll get up out of that. What did y'all think about Jim calling his shot, running 13 hours at States?
Well, I missed the call.
Okay.
What it for the fans?
So apparently, and maybe I saw this Tim Tollefson posted a story decrypting what Jim did at the end of
Yeah, when
Keianti.
he finished, he did like a
he threw up a sign,
He
dude.
threw up a sign. It was a 1 and a 3. So it was either M1, which is what I thought it was, but poor Jim got it backwards, where it was 1M, because M1 is like the bib he has at States, or it was like supposed to be a 13 for like 13 hours.
Or he was repping his set. We don't know what it was,
that means that he is planning on running. Oh, I think he can't. He has to run 40K in 3 hours.
After what?
Basically, he finished Keianti
In 9 hours, dude.
almost 10,
Oh,
right? 9:50 something.
yeah.
I don't know.
So he has to run 40K more flat because he did more of the vert than Western States has in 3 hours.
too easy.
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 He could totally do that. He could have done that yesterday.
Jim definitely can run under 14 hours, like on the right day.
But this will be for him to do like 13 flat.
No, yeah. I don't know if that's what he's saying, but he's definitely
Well,
going
it's
under
gonna be
13
different.
something. 13 something.
Dude, it's gonna be way different too. Like
Yeah.
you got the
Heat
conditions, and then the altitude.
He's
and
gonna have the pink hat, the pink shades.
rose-colored lens.
Very cool.
But basically, what
Very
I'm trying
cool.
to say is like, okay, now he has 4 hours to break 14. He has 4 more hours to run 40K.
Light work, as Seth would say.
That's so easy.
Dude.
Everybody's going to do
So
it.
I think
Yeah.
he's in a shape to
Yeah.
do it.
If Western States were today, he would run 13:50. And
He is-
also,
yeah.
I have no problem with him calling a shot. I think he's
I love
I think
that.
he's like one of the few people that can say I'm going under 14 hours, and I'm like, yeah, cool, you probably are.
Only person
If
who's
not the
gotten
only
close.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of few.
I think he just has to stay healthy and continue to build fitness. That would be probably his challenge. And
Really, all of our challenge,
It's true.
stay healthy, build fitness.
That is like the
yeah, but like he like
the
yeah,
challenge of being a runner.
I agree.
I don't even know if he needs to build fitness. He just needs to like
That's true.
stay there.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. You just
Yeah.
maintain the fitness.
I did like.
Keianti has to build the
I
fitness.
think I saw a story of him. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he has a pizza folded in half, eating it like a taco, dude!
What a legend.
What a legend!"
In
what-
the race?
No, afterward, while he was waiting around for Kilian and Vincent to finish, I'm sure.
He goes, crushes everybody, and then disrespects the culture.
Exactly. Folding
Eating
that
it like a
pizza in half.
taco.
That Italians crying, adding ketchup to it and pineapple.
Yeah. So
There's
shout
nothing wrong with
out
pineapple
Jim
pizza.
at Keianti.
No, I agree. It's
Yeah.
great. It's the best. Dude, what a race. And then, yeah. So there were 2 golden tickets. And the ladies' race, how was it?
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna say like, Abbey Hall, dude. Like
I know Abby
just
so
missing
close.
out, dude.
She got fourth, right?
Fourth, yeah,
Yeah.
but just so awesome to
Yeah.
see her like come back. Good race at Black Canyon.
Yeah.
Great race at Keianti. It's like, dude, she's back. You know,
I think
That's
Amanda
amazing.
Basham was 10th. What, was there any
Yeah.
other Americans in between?
Steph Howe was fifth,
Steph Howe.
which
And
is a
then-
great
She
race.
was
for
really
her.
good.
fourth
Yeah.
or fifth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
then,
a really good result.
Zoe was, I think, in the top 15. Zoe Rome.
Yeah, Zoe Rome.
17th or
Yeah,
something
or
like
top
that.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So-
still is an editor for Outside Mag, no?
Was it Fiona
so.
Pascal that won? Did
She
she
was in the
actually
lead
win?
when we turned it off?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. The thing that confused me is there was a photo of the podium with the golden tickets, and it was like the two people on the right had golden tickets, and then people didn't. And normally I'm used to like the podium being like,
Yeah.
the one is in the middle, and then
I think in Italy they do it different.
they do it in a row,
I don't know.
but like opposite of reading.
But it's like
Don't quote him.
like
on
the
that.
one M, it's just like
yeah.
fifth
Don't
to
quote me on
first.
anything, but I think in Italy it's like more of like in order.
Okay.
No, like
Got it. Got it.
middle and
got it. I was confused. I wasn't sure if they had accepted the ticket or deferred or whatever.
Mm.
So
and it was
I was a
two
little
tickets
confused on the
this
result.
race.
Yeah.
Dude, how crazy.
All right, we got 3 tickets left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
one super golden ticket race left.
One super.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the season is over. Dude, and then we also had Big Alta.
Dude,
50K.
gotta talk about it. The big chicken out in Marinwood. Shout out Debo.
What a race, man. That race. I seen the pictures. It just make me wanted to be back.
And such cool weather this year with like the cloud,
Yeah.
Mm,
fog.
yeah.
Foggy, Yeah, last year it was not foggy at all.
It was hot, which is crazy because it was a month earlier. Or maybe I was just hot because I was wearing a cotton
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. It was a month earlier. Dude, what a race.
Loaded
Loaded.
fields.
So good.
It was pretty loaded.
Shout
huh?
out
Yeah.
race promoter Debo. It's like getting people out there
on its
by hook or
second,
by crook, you know?
yeah,
Mm.
in its second time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like putting it in like a week after Chuckanut, which is tough for a lot of people to show up to both, and like it still had such a crazy start
Yes.
list.
So true.
Dude, I mean, shout out to Boulder Boy, friends of the pod, guests on the pod. The Hemmings coming away with the W's
The double
in the
dub.
50K.
Yeah.
What a power couple.
Eli ran amazing. Dude, Tabor's time on that.
Nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
4:0.
5.
Oh my god.
4:05.
4:05 on that
Yeah.
course, dude.
This is
It's insane.
Yeah.
This is
What-
an
yeah, yeah.
interesting thing because she has been focusing on road halves
Yeah.
all sort of January, February.
Yeah.
And I always remember a quote from Jim saying working on training for a half marathon is like the best fitness he's ever built for ultras.
Huh.
And it seems to like come through with her. Like she's been really working hard on those road halves and then like came out with like a crazy trail time.
You
Yeah.
hate to hear that 'cause I don't want to get road half fit, dude.
I
Sounds
think it's
terrible.
different for everybody.
I think it's
But
different for everybody,
to
but it's
be
very
fair, the
interesting.
big Alta course is like basically, I mean,
It's pure
It's
fitness.
still 50K and 7,000 feet of vert.
but it's not like
Yeah.
you're not on like
yeah.
super single track. Like it's not technical. It's
It's
just
fitness.
big fast uphills, which means you got to be fit, and big fast downhills,
That's a
which
good
means you
point.
got to be fast.
Yeah.
So,
And she
it's-
like
Was
pulled
both.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was very impressive. for
Epic
sure.
race.
And then Eli just took the thing by the horns.
Yeah.
I
ran
think
away
he
from
was
it.
just like he was smiling on every picture, kind of like I'm having a great time, but also like kicking ass.
Anyone who is interested should go watch the 50K recap video Debo put out. I think he posted it as a pod too, like interviewing Eli and Tabor after they won. Super cool to hear Eli's like and Tabor's psychology and like how they were approaching the race, like during the race and pressing different people or not. Like it was cool.
Dude, so impressive.
That's
He
cool.
is so good at that distance.
And to come off Black Canyon 100K and just like
Dude, I can tell you this. If you told me I had to run a 50K yesterday,
that 50K.
I would have just quit. I wouldn't have done it. Just
He
full on.
ran 3:19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Blazing time, dude.
That's so fast.
I mean, there was no whopper.
No whopper.
No whopper,
Yeah,
but
still, man.
Still, dude.
that's crazy.
So fast.
Yeah, and then the rest of the podium was I forgot their names.
Was it Remy LaRue
Remy
and
Eddie
Eddie Owens?
Owens. Yeah.
Which
Previous
Eddie Owen-
Dipsy champion.
Yeah.
Eddie's got a future, man.
Yeah.
In ultra, I think.
Young
This
dude.
was this his first ultra?
Maybe.
It was because then his next is gonna be Broken Arrow. I saw something
yeah.
about
I
that.
think I actually I watched a clip. I don't maybe it was a full interview. I don't know, but I watched a clip of this interview of him talking to somebody at Free Trail, and he was just saying like how he's not looking forward to doing an ultra again, like the distance again, but he's gonna do Broken Arrow. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Well, that's
I watched the
okay.
same
But dude,
interviews.
Eddie, hang
Moments
in there because
after, you know?
we all felt that way after our first
Yeah.
one. Like you
And
got
so-
a future, man. That
Sometimes
was a
we still feel that
good
way.
run.
Yeah.
for sure.
The one
But-
race, honestly.
Yeah.
And the 28K were also like very
Today.
quick.
Yeah, what happened? I haven't
Andy
checked yet.
Andy
Andy
crushed.
just crushed
You did?
it.
Hell
Also-
Record.
147?
Yeah.
Also, we should know Andy earlier in the week got the Gold Hill FKT that we referenced in the last episode. I said that FKT was going to stick around for a long time. It lasted like 4 days.
And he and Cade did it doing a workout. Doing like 5 minute on, 1 minute easy.
Yeah.
Like boss.
I
you
wouldn't
know?
like to be on either on any of those 5 minutes on, dude.
No. Or the 1 minute
I'll
off.
be on the
probably.
1 minute easy. I'll be on that 1 minute
Yeah.
easy with you.
And that would be my 1 minute hard, you know?
So that's a 9-mile climb, right? And I think their average grade adjusted pace was like 5:16 or 5:17.
And they're just
It's
out there
crazy.
working out, surging on it.
Oh,
like
insane.
And the crazy thing that day had a nutso west to
this-
east
it was
headwind.
bad.
crazy wind.
It was crazy.
And just a few days before that, Andy set the CR up Lions Lair. So it's like,
I think
really?
that was the day literally that I ran on the treadmill because it was so windy.
yeah,
Dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
There-
the
you
type
know,
of fitness.
yeah.
That's the type of fitness that wins races.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. And they were working
crazy.
out doing it. It wasn't like they were like
No.
going
No.
all in. Like I
Yeah.
saw Cade and Andy on their like kind of double kind of cool down from it.
Yeah.
Because I was out jogging at that time and they were like chilling. Like they were like, oh yeah, we just like ran up that. No big deal, you know?
Yeah.
So,
So shout out Andy for the dub.
yeah.
Big
And
Alta.
Cade came on a run with us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
I meant for at Big Alta. Yeah.
Big Alta. Andy with the W.
Yeah, Andy, and then I don't remember who was.
Darren Thomas.
Yeah, Darren. He was
Yeah.
second at the 50K last year.
Oh, he got second in the 28K.
Yep. Yeah.
Good for Darren.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
And
Dude's
then
good.
that new
Oh, yeah,
kid,
he's really
that
good.
kid who just signed with Satisfy got third.
Oh, Joan.
Joan.
Oh, it's a good run for him.
That was a good run.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on the women's side, I know Ruby Lindquist won because she's a TNF
Yep.
person. She was at the photo shoot that I did a couple weeks ago.
Shout out Ruby.
The fashion shoot.
Nice, dude.
So, I
Yeah,
don't
what a
know.
weekend.
What
Yeah.
a weekend.
heavy weekend of racing.
So heavy. And then quick shout out to Courtney from Crown King, like we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
earlier.
What did she run? 4 teens on a. That's pretty good. on, like,
Uphill.
course, dude.
50K.
What is I've heard of Crown King Scramble, but can you tell me where it is and what it does?
Arizona. It's a net uphill 50K. You go from. Oh, now I'm blanking out on the name of where you finish. But
I think
anyways,
you finish. Is it in the Prescott area?
yeah,
Because you
so.
finish high.
Yeah, it's
It's like 5,000 feet of climbing.
the trail is not crazy technical or anything. Like there's some rocks and stuff, but it's not like it's a fast trail, but it's a lot of climbing, and obviously that's gonna slow you down. But it's tough because there's no break, just like pretty much up the whole way. So
Nice.
or what teens? That's fast.
So Courtney's still the GOAT.
Oh yeah,
Still
in case
is.
anyone thought otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Is she doing Western?
What is she doing this year?
Oh, UTMB. She's
No,
doing Cocodona.
Moab. Or Cocodona, you're right. you're right.
Cocodona,
Yeah,
and then
Cocodona.
probably UTMB. I think all the ladies are doing UTMB. Like, not all the ladies, but I think a lot of strong ladies are doing UTMB.
It's like there's like a high concentration of like the top men in states and a high concentration of the top women
I
at
think that
UTMB.
this year is like that.
Yeah. Which is really cool. I wish I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if they're together or not, but it's like kind of nice to be like not going to UTMB, but then having like a really competitive women's race to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
on
I mean, the
television.
men's race in UTMB is also going to be competitive, but I don't think it's going to be. Well, we'll see, right? But I don't think it's going to be like Western States this year,
Yeah.
which is like nuts.
The race of the century.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Anything else about the races that we want to draw from?
Not about the races, but in other news related to like we were just in Moab. Courtney's racing a 200 plus miler. Dude, that documentary King of Moab just dropped this weekend from Max Joliffe. And like he won the Moab 240 last year and they've been
Dude,
working on this.
it's
doc.
funny you say this because Dylan literally just texted me like 5 minutes ago. I saw it on my
Yeah.
watch.
It's sick. I mean,
that video.
I haven't gotten through it yet, the whole thing, but great storytelling. Max is a homie. Cool story. Like, check it out.
Yeah.
That was
He's
good.
very stylish.
Very stylish.
Satisfied boy.
Yeah.
What's next?
Sweet.
Dude, Seth, how is training going? How are you feeling?
I feel good. Yeah.
That's all we need
Okay,
to know.
next topic.
Yeah. That's it. Not letting you in on my secrets. I'm just kidding. It's all on Strava.
You're still set up for 50K. at Canyons.
Yeah, still doing 50K at Canyons. Have to race Cade, which I'm scared of, and Eli, and Jesh, and all the other fast 50K guys.
Yeah, shout out Kate again, just since that was kind of fleeting. Kid is freaking good, dude. We ran with him.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
his
who he
boy.
was, and it was like, oh, like he's good.
Yeah.
He kind of like jogged with me to the top of Gold Hill in a nice way, you know? Like I was like, oh, cool, like nice. Now it's like, damn, dude, he's like,
Yeah.
He was actually power hiking that day.
exactly. Man.
Okay. Cade, like, Cade has what it takes, like, in the head to be successful in sport.
Dude,
in
also
general.
so grounded.
So grounded. So like he, on that run we were doing on Gold Hill, knowing what I know now, he could have gone with Drew.
Yep.
And Jesh, but instead he was like, no, like I ran hard yesterday. Like I'm just gonna take it easy. And like
So
the
many
other-
people can't do that.
people can't do that. It's like you have to, if you're gonna be successful in, this is my rant. If
Get
you're
on
gonna be
it, dude.
successful in any sport, probably, I don't know a lot of other sports, but particularly in running or endurance sports, you have to know, like, you can't be cocky. You can't be showboaty. You have to be like, this is what I need today. And like tomorrow, maybe you need something hard. Or like maybe sometimes you need to run up Gold Hill hard.
So true.
Sometimes
dude.
you need to run up Gold Hill easy. And it's like, if you're cocky or showboaty or trying to do something for the Strava, you're not going to win races.
No.
Straight up.
It's so funny now that you mention it. It's like, dude, he totally could have gone with that and didn't.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he was sticking back with me because
Yeah.
the pace was too hard. No, he was just like chilling.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Yeah. Crazy.
So
Very
and
insane.
he's a poet, dude. He's like
Isn't his dad a writer too?
maybe, dude.
Or-
He wrote this
Ryan.
really cool
Oh,
thing
no.
after the Gold Hill FKT. Like,
that's right.
just I don't know. Check
All
out
right.
his right. He's a
He's a
Substack.
mystery.
I
He's
think.
a
Yeah, he's
mystery
an
for
awesome
me.
Substack.
I haven't met him. He's a mystery.
Nice guy.
You haven't
Yeah,
met him yet.
from
You were
Texas,
in Chile
dude.
from this. Yeah.
Is he
From,
really?
Near Austin
Yeah.
or outside of Austin?
No, dude, West Texas, like
Oh. He
he
spent time in Austin. I know this.
like Midland and Odessa, like
oh.
Friday Night Lights,
Whoa.
Texas. You know,
That's
Like,
a
he's
good.
out
That's a
there,
good.
you know?
That's a good Texas. That's the Texas that I like.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So our listeners, go follow Cade Michael on Instagram
Or Strava.
or Strava.
Or both.
Or both.
Probably he's young, right? So
He
probably
is.
Snapchat.
Find him on Snapchat and TikTok. No, I don't know. But
He's a product of the trail team too.
yeah.
That's right.
Andy Wacker's
Yeah.
little trail team. Yeah, they're just bringing people out of the woodworks, man.
It's amazing.
Cool.
Do we want to talk about a listener question?
Yeah. So had a great listener question come in here. Let me pull up my phone here. Normally Seth's the one pulling up questions, so give me a second. Bear with me. Had an awesome question from a listener, Ezra. So shout out Ezra. Thank you for listening. Basically, like just giving us kind of the opportunity to talk about some of the like glaring issues that are facing like our public lands, you know, under the current administration, particularly like being threatened to be sold or exploited. And so kind of just like opening up some discussion for us here. We all obviously recreate, race, sometimes make our livelihood on public land, like public land access. Race directors do. I mean, without public lands, I think our sport looks like totally different, at least in the US. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's like, what do we think?
It's interesting too. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot, and it really affects people on both sides of the aisle. Like, there's a big group of maybe conservative voters that also recreate and use public lands just as much as like a Democratic voter would, or like, you know, trail running tends to be more people who vote Democratic. I mean, I know there's,
Yeah.
I'm
There's people.
yeah, I'm not
There-
gonna like
there's a range.
get into,
Yeah,
the politics of it, but you know, hunting, fishing license, like all these things are affected by it, and so it is an interesting thing to think about. And it's kind of sad that we haven't like, I feel like definitely the trail running community hasn't voiced their opinions and concerns about it too much, and I think that's maybe what this listener question was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
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 Why? So why do we think that is?
Ooh, I have my opinion
Yeah.
to why, or like why I haven't been more vocal.
Oh, yeah.
Is like, I feel like at least personally for me, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like this, and there's people who aren't like this as well, I'm sure. But when something makes me sad, I try not to think about it.
Mm.
And so like when I think about national parks being understaffed, it makes me really sad. Like every summer I go up to Rocky Mountain National Park, run Longs Peak. The
Yep.
trails are pristine, right? They're in really good shape. It is not they're not in good shape because the people who use the trails are good stewards of
No.
nature. They're in really good shape because there's people working there making sure there's not trash, making sure that human feces isn't on the trail. Because
Yes.
I guarantee you, people do that.
For sure.
They're making sure that people stay on the trail and don't hurt the beauty and the wildlife there. And yeah, it just like really bums me out at the idea that like these very beautiful places aren't gonna potentially have the staff to be maintained or even be open
Yes.
for us. And that's like makes me sad. So I try not to think about it, which is not a healthy coping mechanism. I realize that. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, from my standpoint, it affects anybody who wants to go outside.
Yeah.
Like I know places in, I came from Tennessee, which is a very different demographic than Boulder, Colorado. And like everybody I knew in Tennessee loved to go recreate in the Smoky Mountain National Forest or Cherokee National Forest or whatever. And it's like those trails, it's easy to forget that those trails are there because of the hard work of National Forest employees,
Yes.
not because people walk on it a bunch or not because they just were there by nature. Like, I mean, come on. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so unfortunate. And I think it's going to affect, anybody who likes to go outside, which from what I know is a lot of people. So,
Yeah. I think it's kind of a fear to retaliate against this administration for a lot of people because of honestly, like some of the things this administration has done, just like brashly and like all of a sudden, like I don't know. I feel like if you feel like you're gonna be like if you want to be outspoken about something, it's like nah, your rights are taken away. Boom. Like I think people are like fearful. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably getting way too political in this right now, and that's not a good place to be on a podcast.
I mean,
where
luckily
many
it's our
people
pod,
listen.
so
But the
it's all
thing,
good.
if this
you know?
But the thing
podcast
is,
gets
I-
shut
I
down,
really
you know
do-
why?
Yeah.
I think there's a fear aspect to all this. I don't think
Yeah.
it's
Well, I
Like,
don't.
people
I don't
aren't
want to.
saying-
I don't want to get deported, so I won't say
Yeah.
anything.
dude, for sure. I don't like. I don't know. I like. I can't tell you, which is kind of
It's-
crazy.
The thing is, I feel that like, it's just like going to the past or like going back to the past in a lot of things. Where like it's like in the in the 90s and the 2000s, like the concept of development and progress was like pavement and buildings and like malls and like let's pave this and let's like that was progress. And I think that the society has kind of understood that also like progress means maintaining the wildlife like healthy and open spaces, like pristine and in good conditions where like animals can like be free and like things are like clean and we're not destroying it or adding payment or like constantly developing or destroying it. And I believe that that is the future. Like as a society, I think we're probably going to go towards that direction of like understanding the importance of the planet and the open spaces and the parks and like protected lands in the US and other areas. But like at the end of the day, we're governed by people who is like in their 70s and like they care about other things.
They don't go outside.
But
They don't
this
enjoy
is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our society voted these people in. This
Well,
is what's nuts. Like
no,
we
no.
knew what we were getting into.
yeah. Well, because it's not a priority for a lot of people.
For
Well, that-
different
You
reasons.
know,
Yeah. But
and because they're like, I feel that like they are stuck on things they really think that matter, but actually are not that important.
yeah.
It's like super funny. Like I always like I love technology and like innovation, but it's like, why are you wasting so much time trying to go to Mars when like you don't even know what is at the bottom of the ocean, you know.
Dude,
Well, there are so many things about our own body that we don't understand yet.
it's more unexplored than outer space, the deep sea. Did you know that?
No, yeah, I know that. So,
Shout out Monterey
Crazy.
Bay Aquarium. You know, but
so like that's the thing, is like it's just about like the focus and like where these people put importance or like more weight. And I feel that there is a segment of the society that happens to like also have a big voice and a lot of power at the moment, that is still like stuck on like a state of mind that is just, yeah, it's not good for the environment, but also like it's kind of old school, you know. It's
Yeah.
like people running races and like not cooling, you know.
Uh-huh.
This is like old school.
I think it, dude, it's a great point. It's obviously like we all here, and I'm sure like everyone listening, I'm sure if you're like listening to Boulder Boys Pod, you've had meaningful experiences like in nature, probably on public land in a national park. But it's like the thing that I feel like we maybe all could do a better job of reminding like some of the people across the aisle about is like, dude, there's nothing like more American than like national parks, open spaces, beautiful wilderness, not like
That's one of the
mined
reasons
to
why I
high
moved
hell
back.
and exploited and paved on and
Yeah.
clear cut. And it's
Yeah.
like, dude, when people come to America and they go to like Yosemite for the first time or freaking any like national park, your jaw's on the ground. It's like, this is amazing. And that's a pretty developed national park, but like,
And there is so many people enjoying it.
yes, so many people enjoying
know?
it, changing lives, changing perspectives.
No, it's
Yeah.
It is quintessential American. Because you know when I'm in Europe and I'm like, the one thing you're on these trails, you're like, oh, I could never get lost out here.
Yeah.
Where like in America, it's so American.
Wild,
It's an
dude.
American outdoor experience to like be like, I could die and no one could find me,
Yes.
and it's beautiful.
Dude. Yeah. There's no
well,
like,
Chile is like that too. But
Okay.
Yeah.
but I understand. And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, it's developed in a way that is sustainable.
Yeah.
Sadly, that is not.
yeah.
Which is also like, like I guess, countries or your continents go through these cycles. Like Europe went through this cycle like many years ago, and that's why like there's like no birds or no like animals in Europe because they killed them all. Right?
It's true.
It's just that was like hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
I feel like we already can see the past
Yeah.
and the future by looking at that, and it's still like, oh no, we're gonna destroy it. You know, so it's like
I hope we
no.
can course correct on it because I do feel like it's maybe like the right politicians or social leaders can tweak it. It's just like, dude, there's nothing more patriotic than like protecting wild spaces.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Put the
and I
flag
agree.
up on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like want to say like one thing. I mean, I feel we probably have listeners who voted both ways, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And I think like the point we're bringing up now is like it's very important, and if you're listening to this pod, you know this. For you, it's very important for you and for us to like recreate outdoors.
Yep.
And like just because you maybe believe in like other bits of policy from your party doesn't mean you can't disagree with this one. Like,
yes.
I think too often we have this polarized effect where it's like everything they do is bad or everything we do is good, and it's like that's just not life. That's not how it is.
No,
Like,
of
Wise
course.
words.
That's a
like
very
you're
good
not.
point,
You're
yeah.
absolutely. That's just like the absence of thought. So it's like you can stand up against national park employees getting fired, or you can stand up against public lands being sold, and like you're just thinking, and you're not like, I don't know, your party's not gonna disgrace you for that,
Yeah.
or they shouldn't, and if they do, it's like ugh, that's like a problem.
Well, we have bigger problems if that is
Yeah.
the case, which I think is what a lot of people are worried about.
Yeah, don't be
But-
worried. Stand up
Yeah.
for what you believe in.
Yes.
I mean, we have the people have the power. That's how our country was set up. So
Yeah.
if we want, something to change, we just need to make it. We need to make it happen. I don't know where that begins with this. Like,
right here.
I mean, it could very well start right here.
Like talking about it.
Totally. And I think it'd be really cool. I mean, it's kind of crazy when companies get involved in political issues, even though this is bigger than a political issue in my mind. But it'd be really cool if a company like Nike used their trail platform to be like,
Mm-hmm.
make a really cool commercial like they always do about social issues and be like, this is what we're standing up for.
Yeah.
Something like that,
I mean, it's an economical problem
absolutely.
Yeah.
once it starts affecting corporations like
Yep.
Nike or the North Face or
Patagonia,
other
whatever.
Yeah.
brands.
And then
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
trickles down to us, man. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it will. And then, we won't be able to have permitting for these races. And yeah, it's terrifying.
We need to
Yeah.
get like Cabela's to do an ad. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go, man.
It affects Cabela's
It does.
Absolutely
dude.
does.
straight up. Dude,
That'd be a good sponsorship.
I'll link. I don't know what like the premier website is for this. All I know is Protect Our Winters.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure they got some great resources. I'll link that website on the show notes to
Links
like
in the
where you
show
can
notes.
probably.
We should start an organization called Protect Our Summers too.
That's true.
Started by the Boulder boys.
Yeah.
No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
Just
Because we're
protect.
not snow sport people.
Just protect. Well, because
Um,
we do summer sports.
But
yeah.
thank you, Ezra,
yeah.
for the question.
That's a great
was
I
question.
do
super good.
appreciate that question because it does get us thinking and, being more vocal about it. And that's all that needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm
For
sure.
sure.
Like this is something we can like revisit
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's no need to, but there probably will be.
Yeah.
Do we have
Sweet.
any voice memos?
Do we have one voice memo?
Yes.
We probably had more. I like.
Well, dude,
I
one
took a
is
nap and then I didn't.
one is good because this is already probably like an hour and a half pod. So
Dude, we're only at an hour too.
what?
We ripped through
Time
some of
flies.
those topics.
Yeah.
Well, time flies when you're eating
Bulgarian bread.
Bulgarian bread, you know.
Yes, good point.
All right, we're gonna share this. You guys can share that.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I gotta connect here. This is
It's
classic.
okay. This part's gonna get edited
So
out.
somebody, it probably actually won't because
I
I'll
know,
forget. So
I know.
somebody DM'd me and was like, kind of made fun of our podcast professionalism, like in a loving way.
Okay.
And I was like, you just gotta always make sure people know that this isn't our full-time gig. You know?
Hey, what's up, Boulder boys? Big Kirk here, long-time listener, first-time caller, long-time, first-time. I actually don't have a question for you, but my cousin Curtis, who's from the UK, is in town, and he wanted to drop you guys a line. So here's Curtis. Oi, what's up, like? I'm due to run the Gorge Waterfalls 50K in about 3 weeks' time, and I'm having a lot of trouble shitting myself on my long runs. I don't eat that much food, but every time I get out there, I'm just shitting myself, having a horrible time. So I was wondering if you all had some tips or tricks to avoid a shitty situation. Yeah, so just to be really clear, that is Curtis, not me having that question and problem. It sounds like he's just having a bad time with some bowel movements during the race or during the run, or if, he's running into the house in an emergency fashion at the end of his runs, and he was looking to avoid a stinky situation. So that was Curtis's question from the UK, not me. I've never had that problem. All right, thanks, guys.
Dude, Curtis.
And that question was from Big Kirk. I think it's from Big Kirk.
Big Curtis.
Big Curtis. Well, Big Curtis, but the voice memo is from Big Kirk.
Big Kirk, yep.
Yeah, shout out. I mean, what a great question.
You guys know him?
Yeah. He used to live in Boulder.
Yeah.
Good dude.
Great dude.
Dude, how do you guys? I obviously don't. I would say I stopped the most on these runs. I don't have a good solution.
I do have a
I'm
quick
also
solution.
vegetarian and eat a lot of fiber, so I don't know.
A quick solution. Just a diaper. Run with a
Depends.
diaper.
Dude, imagine the rash you could get after running 20 miles with a poopy diaper.
Well, maybe keep it up to 18. You know, change the diaper every 18 miles, but take it with you. Bring a bag.
Yeah.
So when you change the diaper,
pack
then
it
you
in,
can
pack it out.
Yeah, you can keep running with the diaper. You put it on your backpack.
Yeah.
You don't want to be throwing diapers in
Jeez.
the wild. But yeah, that would be my advice. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Great advice. I actually have some like real world advice for me.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I feel like genuinely it's like routine before your run. I feel like is the best way to prevent like mid-run surprises out on the trail. So like if you can be dialed about like the type of breakfast you eat and you make sure to like eat that same type of breakfast before you go for a run. Fiber is your friend, and then like I don't know, like drink coffee, get your bowel movement out of the way. Like I feel like that is usually like the move. Also, I was thinking about this before my 50K this weekend. I feel like there's something about your body when it knows it's about to race.
Yes.
That it's just like, we're gonna be fine. Like, and it just like, I don't know, holds on to.
Yeah. For me, before races, I'm
Yeah.
so nervous that I just like get it all out.
But then it's
Before
like
race.
you don't. At least I haven't had any like mid-race bowel issues. You know.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I remember when I started UTMB, the first time I was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have enough time. Never went.
Never went. Yeah.
See,
It upcycled your body. Upcycled.
I
It.
think so, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't eat. No, but I think what you say about routine and like having a structure is very true.
Yeah.
And also like if you're constantly cheating yourself, you gotta check your diet.
Maybe something's missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something is wrong.
Yeah.
Or you might have like a bad reaction to.
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you're
Something
eating.
is
Yeah.
like you're eating something that you shouldn't be eating. Maybe like too many like fish and chips.
Yeah, whatever they eat in UK
Yeah,
or in Boulder or
Yeah.
wherever he lives.
Yeah.
yeah. Because he's from the UK, right?
I couldn't tell if it was the UK. Yeah. Maybe it was Ireland. I don't know where Curtis
I don't know. It
was
was a
from.
funny accent, whatever it was.
Matt, do you have any advice?
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
I mean, if it's happening that often and it's that bad, like, just maybe you should go to the doctor, dude. Like, get checked, like for like IT, like
IBS.
yeah, IBS and
Could be.
IBS and
They have medication for
they
that.
do have medication. I
Yeah.
actually a few athletes I coach have had like pretty bad stomach issues. You know, like running just stirs along, and then yeah, like medication for it helps a lot.
That's a good point. You
Yeah.
could actually have like an actual thing. So maybe
Do you need a
that checked
therapeutic
out.
use exemption for that?
I don't think so. I don't,
Okay.
I
Well,
don't-
do
I don't
your
think so.
your own research. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Don't quote us.
But if you want to keep it simple, wear a diaper.
Yeah. Dude, I do like the idea of your body re-uptaking it and using it as fuel.
Upcycling.
I feel like that's the next wave is like upcycling your
yeah.
your
Don't
poo.
quote us on that, but potentially can happen.
Yeah, I
That's
think
something I learned from someone who used to live in Boulder. Upcycling.
I don't know.
who?
Yeah, who was that from?
It was from Colin Kahn
Dude, that's right.
talking about pee upcycling
I remember
in
that.
a race context,
Mm.
which is not a thing for anyone out there listening. But
What if it is?
but what if it is? You know,
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay.
It's definitely not.
Okay.
Dude, that was. Oh,
I think
forgot
I
all
think the
about that.
theory he was talking about is like if you hold it for long enough and don't pee, eventually your body will start upcycling it, and then you won't have to pee anymore.
There's no truth to that. Just a quick story about that.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was in boot camp, I couldn't pee for the initial like drug testing. And so what they make you do, the guys who can't like pee right out, right? Like maybe I was nervous, I don't know, but there's this empty room and there's 4 water fountains in this empty room. Like,
Whoa.
and you just circle around the room and drink from each water fountain for 3 seconds. And you just keep doing it until you got to pee. And dude, I thought I was going to die because they kept me there even when I had to pee and kept me drinking it like as punishment. I'm
Oh
sure
my-
this is not legal anymore, but dude, I've been like messed up since then. I'm pretty sure. It's bad.
Whoa.
Dude.
Whoa.
Thank you for sharing.
Honestly, all,
But anyway,
this is a
didn't
brave
go
space,
away.
a safe space.
it
like,
didn't go away, dude. It was like 2 hours, and I was just like holding it in.
Oh,
you know?
really?
wow.
I think they wanted me to piss myself and make fun of me, and that was
You
like,
were
my boot camp
upcycling the
story.
heck out of that.
Dude, it
That's
was-
right.
It was
That's
brutal.
right.
he's still upcycling it today.
Yeah.
I'm like sweating thinking about it, dude. It's
Jeez.
so
This
bad.
is a safe space, man. You can pee
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
if you want.
You'll-
Now I
yeah.
feel like I have to
Traumatized.
pee as
Yeah.
we were talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta check. You should check a doctor and
Yeah.
your cousin. Sorry, your cousin should
Yeah.
go and see a doc.
That's
yeah.
right.
Because I don't think it's normal.
I
to-
mean, it depends on what time of day. Like, whenever I have to run after work, like, it's a 50-50 shot whether I'm going to make it through that run or not.
So
You know?
yes, but you know what I like for me, I had I had a similar situation in the past. Where like when I would double run in the afternoon, I always needed to like or could cut the run short and go back home or find a bathroom. And I remember it was because I was having cappuccinos
Uh,
after my lunch,
This was the milk.
and then I took the milk out. Didn't happen again.
Yeah.
see.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you know.
Yeah.
So nice.
So maybe, dude, maybe you're eating something. Oh, your cousin is eating something, like a cappuccino or like
Tea
Well-
with milk, maybe.
it could be tea with milk.
Yeah.
I don't know, anything.
Maybe it's just too much milk or hot dogs.
He was the hot dog question guy, wasn't
Big
he?
Kirk is the big hot dog
He's a big
guy.
hot dog
so
guy.
I don't know if your cousin's eating hot dogs. That could be too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, good luck at Courts 50K.
Yeah, that's right. Beautiful.
we will be
course.
following your cousin at the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few places I think you can pull off and go to the bathroom, like an actual bathroom on that course.
There are.
Yeah.
There are.
So good luck to you.
Yeah. Get to know your
Or
porta
your
potties.
cousin.
Yeah. Good luck to your cousin.
Whoever that is. Sweet. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? I definitely thought the race recaps were going to take longer.
I
but
know.
we just-
I feel like we spent a good amount of time on it. I'm sad that this is a shorter pod. So maybe it's like, I don't know. We got like 5 weeks to canyons. Like, I don't know. How's everybody feeling? You know, I don't know.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Nice.
Only 5 weeks,
Yeah,
or
that's not much.
still 5 weeks. Who knows?
Yeah, dude. Well, we know how you feel because of your great race.
Thank you.
Um,
How do you feel?
I felt good. I had like a lower week. Still like good training. It's still like 15 hours.
Wow.
It's more hours.
That's a
than
low
me.
week.
Well, intensity.
15-hour week. you
No,
know?
but intensity wise lower.
yeah.
Like I did one workout.
You're including like bike, right? on that?
Yeah. 15 hours of
Yeah.
endurance training.
Yes.
Including, so it would be like, I guess 11 of running and 4 of
It's important for
biking.
our listeners to know, it's like,
Yeah, I went for
Nice.
a good, nice bike ride yesterday. Dude, I felt good. Just running quick for my body mechanical is hard sometimes. That's a challenge. But fitness wise, I feel good. Starting to do some HIIT training.
Yeah.
Got the age drop sweat test thing.
Dude, that thing's sick.
Super interesting data.
what is it for people who don't know?
So I actually wanted to get a sweat test. Matt have got it, and a bunch of people have, and it tells, like, a sweat test will tell you, like, what is the concentration of sodium in your sweat, like how much do you sweat per hour, I guess, and then what else does it tell you? The test,
Just your
I think
sodium
you nailed it.
content.
just your sodium
Yeah.
content,
The
And potassium?
precision one. Yeah, it just told me like my sodium content in sweat.
Which
like how much
was?
sodium I lost. For me, I think I was around like 1,600 and something, almost 17.
An hour?
Yeah,
Milligrams of
yeah.
sodium an hour.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a lot, man. So I used mine today on the run, and dude, super interesting data on
And
average.
real quick, this H drop is like an arm strap. that you
It is
put on.
it's an arm strap that you put on your leg, no, on your arm,
Okay.
and it connects to your phone, and it's measuring on real time during your activity, like your sweat rate.
Will it connect to your watch? Do they have like an integration yet?
They do
With
with
Garmin.
with Garmin,
Okay.
and
The only,
yeah, just Garmin.
the only good brand.
I
I'm just
agree.
kidding. Chorus is cool too. Don't you
Yeah.
have a Garmin though?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But I literally got it yesterday,
Got it.
and I
Okay,
connected it to. So
Okay.
it connects to your watch too, I guess. Haven't tried that one yet, and then you can see like a little chart that is like your basically like your sweat rate through the run. And
Huh.
for example, like you guys, I ran a little bit faster on the anemone one.
Yeah.
Just because it was sunny and I wanted to sweat a little more and
Mm.
see if there was any sort of like
Uptick.
interesting information. And you see how the sweat rate just increased.
It did.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see it on your watch as it's happening.
Yeah. I think you can.
Yeah, dude. The thing I thought was super cool about the chart too is it like showed that when you started running, your body like is trying to just figure it out, and like
0 to 100. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
goes like really high sweat rate, and then once it like finds that equilibrium, it like balance, and then you went up a hill.
Yeah.
Went up.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. The first like 20-30 minutes is like the peak.
Yeah.
It's like when like your body's, or like 15 minutes. Dude, normally theoretically lost like around 1,000 milligrams or like 1,200 per hour, if I remember correctly.
During
It was
this
like
run.
it was like
Yeah.
1,000 per hour.
1,000 per hour.
Yeah.
Milligrams of sodium
Were you able to replenish it on that run?
after. So it gives you recommendations. So the thing is, and then it also tells you like how much potassium you lose, and then like kind of like how much like sweat. Like I guess I sweat like
Fluids too.
like the fluid. Like
Yeah, I think you were like almost. Oh, it was like 800 milliliters.
It was
An
yeah.
hour.
yeah,
I
in
remember
a
it
cool
was
day.
0.81.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
a-
on a cool
It
day.
went
in a
exactly
cool
liters
day.
an
Yeah.
hour.
But I didn't realize that I was sweating like
Mm.
that much because it was a cool day.
It wasn't even that hot.
Yeah.
Right? And
was
here
cool.
it's so dry that your sweat dries very quick.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And then 1,000 milligrams per hour is kind of high. And then we were chatting with Seth, and I was like, no wonder why in canyons last year I was like cramping.
Oh yeah,
I had basically no sodium, maybe like 200 milligrams an hour.
nowhere near
In
enough.
a
Yeah,
hot
because
day.
you were on that Morton train, which is like
Yeah,
minimal sodium.
no sodium basically,
Yeah.
and salt caps.
Yeah.
But like it's like 125 milligrams per one
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's like super interesting data. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to use it and see how. I want to see how it changed.
In
Like
what-
in a hot day,
Mhm.
Hard day.
in a hard workout, in a longer run. Like I want to see like the variability of the data and try to triangulate some of it.
That's awesome.
And what's the name of this thing?
It's age drop.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by it, but it's very cool.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
cool.
Shout
Dude,
out Vic for recommending it to me anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't buy it.
So like I actually you mentioned it once,
Yeah.
and I found it last week. And I was like, oh, I think maybe I'm gonna get it. And I checked with you and said it was like Vic approves. So I was like, okay, it has like the mark. So I
Sick.
guess I can order it.
And it like is sick. Like I wish I had bought one ages ago.
But you can use mine.
I can use his.
Yeah, just download the app, get it connected to your app, and we'll be sharing sweat.
So
I guess because we're not sponsored, we can say this. Just convince your friend group to buy one.
Yeah.
There you
so
go.
here's a question: like, does it have like disposable membranes or something? Or
No, dude, it's one device.
that's it.
One sensor.
That is great. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like one sensor, and yeah, that's all.
Crazy.
The future is here.
It's like a heart rate monitor, but for
Yeah.
sweat.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you can connect it if you were wearing a heart strap.
You can.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
You could connect it to the heart
Oh,
strap. as
cool.
well.
And
Cool.
you can use, because it's like a thing, you just clip it in.
Nice.
So, but if you connect it in your chest, you have to put on the app that is on the chest, because I think they estimate the sweat rate depending
Oh.
on where it is, which is
Mm,
or
good
the
point.
arm or the chest.
Got it.
Good point.
Dude, super interesting. So I'm testing that, starting to do some HIIT sessions. I'm excited. This week is gonna be a good week of training. Yeah, I feel good. Like, felt very flat last week.
Mm.
Very flat. Just volume and intensity, dude. Like, for me, running, which it just shows how different everybody is. Like, for me, it's harder to recover from like a 90-minute high intensity workout than from a 5 hours easy long run.
Mm.
You know?
Everybody's different.
Yeah. So trying to manage that. And like, I remember Matt say, like, yeah, you're gonna feel flat in a couple of weeks. It did happen right away.
Right as he said.
Yeah, right. He's like, yeah, maybe like in a couple of weeks you're gonna like feel very flat, but yeah, we're gonna just power through and you're gonna be fine. And I think that was last week, so that was cool. Ready for this week. What about you guys?
I already said I feel good.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I feel good. I don't know. Mileage
what's-
is up.
Mileage is
I
back
made a
up.
very beautiful. If you guys go look at my Strava, I'm very proud. My rate of increases stayed the same.
Nice.
I'm very proud of it. And been working out. Did a little double threshold day. Sick. I don't know. Good workouts. Good running.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel good. I'm not as out of shape as I thought I was, which is nice. I am in no way, shape, or form in the same fitness that Eli is. Just the same amount of time after Black Canyon, so I don't know how he did that. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I had somebody on my Strava keep trying to get me to create memes, which
Me
I don't
too.
really understand.
Me too. I had the same comment.
Was it from?
It was with the W.
Yeah, I don't really understand it.
Why am I blanking on the name? Yeah.
He wanted you to make memes
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
What is memes?
Like the memes,
Like a meme,
the-
like a social media
like
meme?
Instagram meme. Yeah.
We don't
That's-
have time for meming.
I would like to create a meme, but I am probably not going to. I also don't understand it. So if he's a listener, fill us in. You didn't? Did you? You didn't get it?
What? The why? No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, curious.
Yeah.
That's been the most interesting thing in my training this week.
Definitely don't have the talent to make memes
I wouldn't
every
even know
day
how.
for a Strava, let alone a Strava title,
Yeah.
Oh, like a Strava title meme.
or no, like a photo. Like a lot of
A
people
photo,
will,
yeah.
like
Is that what it is?
make a meme and like upload it as the photo for their Strava
Oh, and
activity.
then they put it on like their Instagram and stuff.
I
Or is it
guess,
just-
dude. I mean, like,
Okay.
go look at like Max Joliff's Strava account. He does one like every day.
Oh, maybe that's where
pretty
this
funny.
is coming from.
It's pretty funny, but
Oh.
I'm just like, I'm not that
Dude,
guy.
I barely have the time and energy to like get my run in do my job and make this podcast. So like I'm not trying to like show up for this podcast. Like,
Right.
I'm not trying to like make memes. I don't have
I'm
time
not
for
funny
that.
enough for
sometimes-
memes, to be honest.
But I understand like why that would be cool for people to see.
Yeah. But sometimes I
So-
finish a run and like I stop the watch and then like I don't know, like I'm diving right into something totally
Yeah. For
different,
sure,
you know?
yeah.
Well, you need to
Yeah.
be diving right into memes.
Right into memes and then whatever else in your life, I
Yeah.
guess.
Maybe when I be diving in some like Bulgarian bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this guy's name?
I don't know.
Whatever his name. I forgot his name. You should make us memes.
Yeah, you
We
make
wanna
the
see you
memes.
make
Send them to
memes.
Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Ten
he'll,
does the memes.
he'll screen the memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
For me on Canyons, training's going good. My mileage has stayed good for me. Body's healthy. 5 weeks. Let's go. There's not much of an update. I'm happy with having been able to maintain like really good workout quality and long run quality and mileage. You know, that's a win.
That's
a
totally
beautiful
great.
thing.
I've been crushing training.
It's the 3 horsemen of training.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
All of our stuff's on Strava. So if you want to see what we're doing, you can go on our Stravas.
I would say
Which
like
I missed
almost all of mine.
Almost.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Some,
he's got
no,
some
just like
secret
sometimes
sauce.
I don't.
Don't put it on
It's
there.
private
Yeah.
by default, but most of
Oh,
it is on.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I still don't. I don't know what I'm doing in terms of canyons.
How about training? How about
Um,
fitness?
Clearly very fit.
Clearly fit.
yeah, I'm like in a better place than I thought I was. So, I guess I just need to like stay healthy and keep training, and then figure out which race I'm gonna do. Right now I'm
Ooh.
signed up for the 100K, but like contemplating after a nice heart to heart with Adam about possibly dropping down to the 50K.
Which we're scared
Not
of.
sure if I can do it or not, but that's what I'm contemplating.
Do you want to hear my and this is live on the pod, my observation on your training? Whenever you do whatever you've been doing,
Yeah.
you're really fit off of that.
It's crazy because
You did that you did kind of the same
thing last year.
general thing last
Yeah.
year. and
Why
you
were you
very
doing-
fit.
It's called like not training, except just like I literally just like run with you guys, and then like sometimes I'll run a
Ouch.
little more.
No,
Without the workouts.
It's called not training,
No,
dude.
no,
Just
no,
run with you
What I
guys.
meant- what I meant was without the workouts.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the workouts. Sorry.
Dude,
that
okay,
did sound
no,
really
but
bad,
I think you thrive off of this. Like, my observation, you thrive off of this. Like, oh, I'm gonna push this climb a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yes.
I'm gonna progress the end of this runner a
That's
little bit,
what I
or I
did.
feel good. I'm gonna like.
When you're doing
So-
like intervals,
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's
work.
too much,
It doesn't
dude.
work out for him.
So what I did on that week, I did 110. I did a certain percentage of my running, between like that 158 to 168, 170 type heart rate. I just looked at my overall weekly percentage of that, and I
Beautiful.
structured some of it in weird ways. Like I did like that 3 by 10 minute push while you were doing your workout. Adam.
that's right.
I pushed a climb.
Last week.
Last week in the middle of a run, a few things like that. But
But nothing like 1 minute repeat, 3 minute. It's
I'm already fast, and then I just
Yeah.
get hurt.
Yeah.
Like I strain a calf or blow up my Achilles or whatever. So, I don't know if that's age or I've just done so much of it over the years that it's just like my body's like, dude, you need some like high end aerobic work or
Yeah.
like aerobic threshold work, like out the
Mhm.
wazoo or something like that. And for me too, one thing that has been nice, these longer runs are starting to come easy to me, which never been the case. Like they feel good. Like when we did 24, 25 the other day,
Mm.
it felt like
Yeah,
I
you're
ran
chilling.
like 10 miles. It was
Yeah.
great. So yeah, and I pushed the climb on that.
Yeah,
Spent like
yeah.
maybe 20 or 30 minutes of that run at like
That was a good
160,
yeah. That was
165.
a good climb.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my observation.
So we'll
the,
see.
The fans have entered the. We forgot we were recording a podcast and we're just talking.
They're
like
in
we
the inner
normally do.
circle,
Yeah,
dude.
they're in the inner
Yeah,
circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like for people to like. I know what
windy
my
out here.
friends think, but I'd like for like. Maybe I don't want that. Like, yeah. Sometimes
Everybody.
I want to be told like what distance should I be like focusing on. I know what I like and I enjoy, and then I know what like sometimes my head is telling me to do, and I'm influenced by other things, and so
What do you like and enjoy?
I mean winning, dude, and usually that's in 50Ks. So it's like
Since we've started this podcast, you have won and or been on the podium of every 50K you've entered. That's fact.
Is that right?
Those are facts.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, there's only been 2 50Ks in my whole career that I haven't, 3 that I haven't won, and
None of them have been in Oregon.
only one of them I haven't been on the podium.
Also, a lot
Sure.
of people probably
That's
can't-
a good success rate, I will say.
That's
Yeah.
a good success
a
rate.
lot of people might not appreciate this, but like, dude, if you go look at some of Matt's like ultra sign up results on 50Ks, like some of the times he's ran are just like elite. Like
Yeah, like
pros
world-class, yeah.
can't even run that. Like
No,
it's
yeah.
just crazy. Like 312 at Bear Chase, 319 at a 50K with 4,000 feet of vert. Like it's just super fast.
Yeah, dude. I bet you your like ITRA score off of 50Ks is bonkers.
I have no idea.
I have no
I don't know.
idea, but it's
Shout
high.
out ITRA.
Shout out
A lot of
ITRA.
people
Yeah,
don't know what
ITRA,
that
dude.
is, you know?
Yeah, Google it.
Anyways, I got some soul searching to do to figure out
Yeah.
what I want to do, what I should be doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
It'll come to you.
that's where I'm at with canyons.
It's a good place to be though. Fit, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Fit and
Yeah.
healthy. We're all fit and
Fun.
healthy, you know? Watch out world.
yeah. As long as
Woohoo.
Salt Lake keeps pushing the buttons, we'll show up. You know?
I will
started
say,
this.
last minute shout out, dude. Tyler Green was gonna pull up to Moab, dude,
Yeah.
and he was gonna pull up to the 50 miler. So it was gonna be like Matt and Tyler going head to head at the 50, and me and Anthony in the 50.
And then he
What
got
happened?
scared or something.
Yeah.
He got
that's it,
sick,
that's it.
dude. You know, it's like, and he was like,
Oh.
like, okay, the rivalry started. I'm making excuses, but
Wait, this is the best because he literally posted a video last week of him running in the snow and was like, I bet you the Boulder boys wouldn't run in these conditions.
Well-
they probably would duck their treadmill. Look who's sick.
got sick. You know what I mean? Took his eye off the
Also-
ball to make an
also, like-
Instagram reel and got sick.
Yeah.
Should've stayed
well,
inside,
I don't
Tyler.
know, dude. Don't forget that I grew up running and training in Patagonia too. So
That's right.
that's now it's like my walk to like buy bread
Also-
in the morning.
That's right.
I've said this before. The treadmill is never the easier option. It's actually the tougher option. So
Yeah.
I will stand by that.
I'm glad he didn't, because I would have like probably tried to
would've done
race
the
him and got my
50
ass whooped.
Tyler's scary at
Yeah.
any
he's so good.
distance, but
Yeah.
particularly 50
50
miles.
milers,
Yeah.
like, yeah, sweet
Yeah.
spot.
Um,
Good
All right,
stuff.
enough love for the Salt Lake City.
Yeah, fuck
that's
Contingent.
it. We don't like them.
We don't like that.
All right. I think we did it.
Pack this thing in.
Yeah, let's pack it in.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for
Thank you
joining.
guys for listening to episode number 38 of the Boulder Boys Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click on all the links that are tagged in the below this thing.
Oh,
Um,
we have one more thing.
Oh.
A last minute like doorknob little teaser. We're gonna be trying to get a little more consistent
we are
in the near future.
Wait, how many times have we said this?
Not that many. Not like
about
explicitly.
38 times.
Yeah, no,
Not that many. Not that many. No, seriously. Like we really appreciate how everyone listens and engages, and ultimately, like it's cool to give the podcast back to the community, but it's really fun to just hang out like on a regular basis. And so we're gonna be trying to get on a weekly cadence for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're subscribed to us in listening form, you should also subscribe to the YouTube.
Yep.
Because there will be more
Please.
more stuff coming out on the YouTube that is hopefully entertaining.
Yes.
That's
That's it.
all we got. Cool. Thanks.
See you.
Peace.
Bye. Namaste.